Consumer Solutions, District County Court, Boca Raton, Florida, is now in session. The Honorable Judge Jarden presiding.
Everyone can be seated. Reply, you may proceed with your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. Members of the jury, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very simple case. The evidence is going to show you that on Friday, September 30th, at 7:30 in the morning, this defendant, Norm Fraser Clavin, was seen at Abe Froman's Tavern, DBA, Coffee and Visions. And he immediately went to the bar area, flaunting off his B playing cards. What did he do at the bar area? Well, he started performing advanced card tricks, like he was a magician. And then what did he do? He kept ordering more and more drinks. The problem is that while he was ordering drinks and doing these card tricks, he overheard some local patrons talk about one of Jarden's largest customers, Dwight Schrute's Beauty Supply, possibly filing for bankruptcy. What did he do? Well, he kept ordering more drinks, never alarming anybody at Jarden of this possible $14 million bankruptcy. Now, jury, we're going to be asking you to come back with a guilty verdict for non-compliance of the Jarden Ethics Program for Norm Fraser Clavin.
Counselor Coffey, do you wish to make an opening statement? Counselor, can you put the Star magazine down?
Everything McFly said? Nonsense. Thank you.
I object, Your Honor. Coffey's entire opening statement is an argument.
The entire opening statement will be restricted except for thank you. And you, Coffey, will not behave like that in my courtroom. Mr. McFly?
Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution, as our first witness, would like to call Rosie the Riveter up to the stand. Thank you, Miss Riveter. Now, you were waitressing at Coffee and Visions. Can you please describe what happened on Friday, September 30th?
Sure. Well, I was working that morning at Coffee and Visions, and I normally work the factory on Fridays, but Abe really needed my help. You know Abe Froman. He's the breakfast sausage king of Chicago. He's a very important man, you know.
Objection, Your Honor. How does this Froman guy have any relevance?
Ms. Riveter, please stick to the facts.
Okay. Well, Coffee and Visions was really busy at 7:30 that morning, especially over in the Sky Bar area. And I was across the tavern and I heard this ruckus, and there was this man over there doing advanced card tricks, and it was that man over there. I don't know if he's a real magician, but he was definitely making quite a crowd. He was really good.
Interesting, Miss Riveter. Now, when the defendant, Mr. Clavin, when he overheard these local patrons talking about this possible bankruptcy, what did he do?
Well, he stopped his advanced card tricks, and he smiled, and he said something about two goddesses, and then he said, winning. And then he ordered a red eye.
A red eye? Can you please tell the court what a red eye is?
I specifically remember because a red eye is a combination of beer, vodka, tomato juice, and a raw egg, unstirred.
Oh, unstirred. Is that it? Did he order anything else?
Well, actually, he ordered a sweet vermouth on the rocks with a twist and made a toast world peace.
Thank you, Miss Riveter. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Miss Riveter, is it possible that a similar-looking man was actually at Coffee and Visions that morning doing card tricks and drinking a red eye with a raw egg unstirred?
Well, I guess anything's possible, and he did have his back to me, but I'm pretty sure it was that man.
I'm through with this witness.
Your Honor, in that case, as our next witness, the prosecution would like to call Heaters and Fawns to the stand.
Riveter, you're excused.
Girl, look at that body. Girl, look at that body. I work out. Girl, look at that
Order in my court.
Mr. Heaters?
No, I am Titas.
And I am Bonds.
Hey, fans, all these girl men must be pondering about a 3D glasses.
Yeah. We just saw Cousin Arnold and in 3D. Although he wasn't as properly pumped like us.
Anyway, Mr. Terminator. No, Mr. Prosecutor. I am Titas.
And I am Bonds.
And we're here to pump you up.
Objection, Your Honor. How does this gibberish have anything to do with the fact that my client is being charged with a crime?
Overruled. I've never seen too many pumped up as you guys.
Okay. So, Mr. Peters and Mr. Fawns, what were you two pumped up guys? What were you actually doing at Coffee Visions that morning?
We just opened up a new pumpatorium in Hill Valley, right next to Coffee and Visions.
Yeah. Abe Froman was distributing our flyers to promote a new pumpatorium in Hill Valley.
No, Abe's ball patrons weren't as pumped up as us, especially that man sitting right there. Yeah.
Did you guys actually see that man, Mr. Clavin, that morning? Please give more details to the court today.
Yeah, Fonz. He was sitting there. He was sitting with another guy too.
Yeah. He was sitting with the guy who kept saying, "Who dat? Who dat?" I'll tell you who that was. It was a puny little boy.
Yeah, Fonz. They were doing card tricks and ordering lots of drinks, those alcoholics. They were perfect clients.
Do you remember, is there any other details? Do you remember the drinks, for example, that they might have been ordering?
Yeah, while showing off several unpumped patrons and advanced card tricks, he kept ordering Grey Goose on the rocks.
Yeah, I remember them saying to the bartender, "There's 2 O's in goose."
Oh, 3D. Hey, Fonz, do you remember what the bartender replied?
Yeah, he said to them, "I don't serve girly men."
No.
Yeah.
No.
No. He said, "No goose for you."
Thank you, Peters and Fawns. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
How can you two be sure that it was this defendant and not a similar-looking man who overheard the bankruptcy of Dwight Schrute's beauty supply?
Yeah, he kept showing all these playing cards to everyone.
Yeah, little B in little house.
Oh my God, the little pig, the girly house, the little girly.
Yeah, he took those playing cards and thought they were real weight. He was trying to get pumped up.
Yeah, like us. No. Fonz, in order to be properly pumped, like us, they need to visit a pumpatorium in Hill Valley.
I'm through with these witnesses.
Hey, beauty boy, sit down. We're not done yet. Your Honor, I don't think this is heaters.
What do you mean? What do you mean I'm not?
If you were really heaters, they go like this.
No.
Who are you? I know you're not heaters. Who are you? Oh my God, it's the JCS 2011 Chairman Award winner. I call you judge.
Thank you, guys, leaders and fun. Now, carry on with this proceeding. The prosecution would like to call his next witness, Colonel Patton. Thank you, Colonel. Can you state for the courtroom your current profession, sir?
Colonel William E. Patton, Commanding Manager, Jarden Corporate Headquarters, Rye, New York.
Objection, Your Honor. I'm not convinced that Colonel Patton is accurately stating his profession.
Colonel, let me remind you, you are under oath.
You people. Because of you, Coffee, I am now a recruiter in the United States Marine Corps.
Recruiter Patton. Why were you even at Abe Froman's Tavern that morning at 7:30 in the morning? What were you doing?
Abe Froman and I go way back. We used to be in the academy together. He really wasn't cut out to be a military man, though. He dreamed of being the king of breakfast sausage. The only reason he even graduated is because he followed my orders, which everyone should do. Anyway, he owed me a favor, so now from time to time, I recruit drifters in his tavern.
Okay, Recruiter Patton. Can you please describe for the court what you saw that morning, your encounter with the defendant?
Sure. I was signing up new recruits at a table near the bar where the defendant was drinking. He was playing some elaborate card game, Coglin's Law or something. Of course, I wasn't impressed, so I didn't consider him as a possible recruit.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. But did you actually see Mr. Clavin leave the tavern that morning?
Yes. I saw the defendant leave at precisely 11:30 a.m., and I overheard him tell the bartender that his 1961 red Ferrari RC was in the shop. So he had to walk home, slacker.
Thank you, Recruiter Patton. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Recruiter Patton. By any chance, did you overhear why Mr. Clavin's Ferrari was in the shop?
Of course, Coffee. I overheard the defendant tell his friend not to worry about the mileage on his Ferrari, that they could lower the odometer by putting it in reverse. Idiots.
Objection, Your Honor.
Overruled.
No worries, Your Honor. I'm through with this guy. Again.
Your Honor, in that case, the prosecution now would like to call our special expert witness on playing cards up to the stand, Miss Kelly Maverick.
Recruiter Patton, you're excused.
Miss Maverick, can you tell the court your expertise? What is your profession?
Yes, I'm a special engineering instructor for the U.S. Defense Intelligence Agency of Playing Cards.
Wow, impressive. And how long have you been doing that for?
21 years.
I object to this witness being called at this time. We've been given no prior notice she testified, no discovery of any tests she's conducted or report she's prepared.
Overruled.
Miss Maverick, these are a few of the B playing cards left behind at the bar area at Coffee and Vision on the morning of Friday, September 30th. Are you familiar with these cards?
Yes, I am.
Can you please elaborate?
Yes, I took the cards from the tavern and I compared them to my standard B playing card deck. If you notice with the B playing cards, they have a woven material in the back. This is made from a cambric finish. Now, cambric finishes are predominantly used in expensive bed sheets. However, the cotton material, the cambric finish on the playing cards creates this wonderful woven pattern that allows the cards to absorb the pressure and makes it easier shuffling the deck of cards.
Anything else?
Yes, I took the cards from the tavern and I compared them to Congress's 3 Cheers bridge set. The cards from the tavern measured 3.5 inches high by 2.25 inches wide. The two sets were identical.
Identical. No further questions, Your Honor.
Miss Maverick, is it possible that 2 separate brands of playing cards could have the exact same dimensions?
Sure.
Let me ask you this. Who is the largest manufacturer of playing cards in the world?
The United States Playing Card Company, owned by Jarden Corporation.
And what are their two most popular brands?
Bicycle and B. But come on.
Excuse me. All I'm asking you is if the most popular size playing card from the largest manufacturer of playing cards was being used by the defendant.
Sure.
Thank you.
Your Honor, in that case, the prosecution rests.
Miss Maverick, you're excused. Counselor Coffey, your first witness. Counselor Coffey, your first witness.
Your Honor, may I have a 5-minute recess? My next witness is not in the courtroom.
30 seconds, no more.
I object, Your Honor. This witness is not going to end on any of our lists.
This witness is my sister-in-law, who is an expert in the field of playing cards and has been called to rebut the testimony of Kelly Maverick.
Bailiff, you may escort Miss Duke to the witness stand.
I object, Your Honor, to this witness. This is improper foundation. I'm not aware of this witness's qualifications. I'd like to voir dire this witness to the extent of her knowledge.
Granted. McFly, you may proceed.
Okay. Ms. Duke,
Yeah,
what is your current profession?
I'm an out-of-work nail tech, you know, Manny's, Petty's.
Manny, Petties. In what way does that qualify you as an expert in playing cards?
It doesn't.
Well, in what way are you qualified?
Well, let's see. My mother was a gambler. My father was a gambler. My 4 uncles were gamblers. My ex-boss was a gambler.
Excuse me, Miss Duke, but what's a gambler?
You said a gambler.
A gambler?
I'm sorry, a gambler. Is that
Oh, right, you're from New York.
the Bronx, baby? Go Giants.
Miss Duke,
Yeah.
your family is obviously qualified as gamblers, but have you ever made a living as a gambler?
Yeah, in my father's casino. Yeah.
In your father's casino? What did you really do in your father's casino?
You know, goldfish, I declare war, 5-card stud, played some crabs.
Okay. You obviously have done some gambling before, but does that necessarily make you an expert in playing cards?
It doesn't. Thank you. Goodbye.
Sit down, Miss Duke, and stay there until you're told to leave.
So bossy.
Your Honor, Ms. Duke's expertise is in general gambling knowledge. It is in this area in which her testimony will be applicable. Now, if Mr. McFly wishes to voir dire this witness, I'm sure he's going to be more than satisfied.
All right. Ms. Duke,
Yeah.
being an expert in general gambling knowledge, can you tell me what percent advantage does a house have over a typical card counter playing with perfect strategy, ranging their bets appropriately in a standard 6-deck shoot?
It's not a fair question.
Does that mean you can't answer it?
That's not a fair question. It's impossible to
It's
answer.
impossible because you don't know the answer.
Nobody could answer that question.
Judge Jarden, I move to disqualify Ms. Duke as an expert witness.
Miss Duke, can you answer the question?
It's a trick question.
Why is it a trick question?
Because the house doesn't have an advantage over a card counter. A player has a 1% advantage over the house. However, for a non-card counter, a house has a 0.5% edge. Is that good enough for you?
She'll do, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Your Honor, this is one of the B playing cards found at the bar area on the morning of September 30th. Do we agree on this?
Yes.
Thank you. I'd like to submit this as evidence. Mr. McFly?
No objection, Your Honor.
Ms. Duke? Yeah, please take the card. It has been argued by me, the defense, that another man with B playing cards was also a copy of Visions, and it was this man who was doing the card tricks. Now, can you tell us, by looking at this B playing card, if the defense has a justifiable argument? Ms. Duke, please look at the card. Is the defense's case results-oriented?
No, the defense is wrong.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
How can you be so sure?
B cards don't have the capability of performing these advanced card tricks. The only cards capable of these advanced card tricks are the bicycle playing cards.
I object, Your Honor. Can we please clarify to the court whether this witness is stating her opinion or is this actually a fact?
Ms. Duke, is this your opinion?
It's a fact.
I find it hard to believe that this kind of information can be determined simply by looking at a playing card.
Would you like me to explain?
I would love to hear this.
So would I.
As you can see, B cards have borderless backs and do not have air cushions. You can't perform card tricks without air cushions.
And why not? What are air cushions?
Air cushions are pockets of air used to absorb the shock. The air cushion helps the shock absorb the pounds. You need this with a new pack of cards. As you can see. And a new pack of cards, when they're grouped into groups of 10, has a slightly different color in the break. This is what you call the air cushion that gives it that spring needed to perform these advanced card tricks. The only cards capable of these advanced card tricks are the bicycle playing cards.
And because both cards were made by the United States Playing Card Company owned by Jarden, are the cards made in the same size, stock, and finish?
Yes, they are.
Thank you, Miss Duke. You've been a very helpful witness.
You're welcome.
McFly, would you like to question Ms. Duke? McFly? McFly?
No further questions, Your Honor.
In that case, Your Honor, I'd like to call Sheriff Bueller to the stand.
Ms. Duke, you're excused.
Thank you.
95 North to New York. Bueller? Bueller? Bueller?
Sheriff Bueller, what'd you find out?
Well, on a hunch, I took it upon myself to check out if there was any bicycle playing cards found at any other local taverns recently. This computer printout confirms that several bicycle playing cards were found 2 days ago at Gordon Gecko's Saloon. You know, the one on Wall Street.
Is that it?
No. Another man who fits the defendant's description was also doing magic with bicycle playing cards at Gordon Gecko's Saloon. When questioned by authorities, the man confessed to also being at Abe Froman's Tavern on September 30th and confessed to hearing about the possible bankruptcy of Dwight Schrute's Beauty Supply. The man is identical to the defendant.
Your Honor, the defense rests.
McFly?
Your Honor, in light of Ms. Duke's and Sheriff Bueller's testimony, the town of Hill Valley would like to dismiss all charges.
Ja! Ja, ja! Ja!
Are we supposed to come up now?
No.